Monique sure does have a habit of proving me right every single time. Now, there has been a clip of her comedy special that she's on tour with Cat Williams. And I want to make sure I'm emphasizing the Cat Williams part because nobody's going to pay to see her by herself. And she responds to her son, or makes a quote-unquote joke about her son. And the support she had by so many people in the audience was just crazy to me. Especially the woman that was recording the video saying, yeah, F that in. Now, she said in there that, you know you're in the right when the older people tell you F that in, right? But here's the thing about that. Older people are not always right. In fact, the state of the world that we are in right now is because of older people, and they're dead ass wrong. We have people that are old enough to be our great grandparents running the office, sending our taxpayer dollars overseas, holding us back, not getting policies and stuff that help our roads, people, feeding people, immigrating people left and right. But I don't want to get too far political into this, but there's another thought process about that. You know you're right when old people agree with you or telling you to F that in. Why do you think slavery lasted as long? Again, older people, older values. Why do you think racism lasts the test of time? Older people, older values. It's just the craziest thing to me. She's going to use an older person as a prime example of how she's right. But let me go ahead and move forward with this though. And this is why I say that Monique is truly just not a funny person to me. The clip I've seen, or every single clip I've seen so far, outside of one of this her son, it's just always saying F this, F that, yada, yada, yada. And she has nothing to talk about. And I'm betting with a 100% certainty, she is so happy that her son made this TikTok so that way she can actually create a new material to go on tour for to help make more money. Because I know people are going to go, there's going to be a quick influx. People want to go see what she's going to say or about her son or what her response is going to be. And I said this in another video. The main thing Monique should have done was just be quiet. Don't say anything. Don't respond. But instead you respond looking crazy with your husband, looking like a submissive woman. But the reality is though, the real Monique is most likely Monique on stage. I don't think that's too much of a character. I really don't. But you know, even to this day, her son has made 3 response videos, and every single one, he has been respectful. Compare that to Monique, and you have not seen that same respect in any way, shape, or form. She is literally cussing her son out on stage for money. You know, her son came out and said that he did have some good memories of her mom. He respects and loves her, all that sort of kind of stuff. And I get that because not every single experience you have with your parent is going to be terrible. But you could tell that it's bad enough. And you could tell by her actions that it was bad enough. That she didn't know how to be a mother to that man. Even to this day. It's just like once she got married, had her other kids, she just checked out even trying to be a mother to that man. And being a parent doesn't stop once your kids are 18, 20, 30. It's a lifelong process. Because when your kids get grown, they're going to have kids, and you're still going to have to help mentor them and guide them. You're still going to have to be there for them during the hard days. That's if you're a decent enough parent. But Nique and her actions continuously show she is just not a worthwhile person. Now, I'm pretty sure her sons are going to have different experiences because Monique had her husband there who really ran things. But I will say this, and I'll leave off on this. I'm not sure what kind of contract that Monique and Cat Williams has. And let's say she is contracted to go through so many stages with Cat. I'm not sure how comedy contracts work. But I genuinely do hope that after this tour is over with, or whenever she met her number of appearances. However that works out, I genuinely do hope that Cat Williams cuts ties with this woman. Because you have a man who has 7 kids, who is after them all his kids' lives, compared to a woman who would sit there and cuss out her kid on stage. I would not want that energy around me for the life of me. I hope Cat gets rid of her. He doesn't have to say anything. As we see, Cat Williams stays in silence and his integrity speaks for itself. I just really hope that, after this, they just kind of part ways. But you guys tell me what you think. I guess I'll leave a clip of the comedy show on here at the end. But I'm not even disappointed. I just feel, I feel for the son because I can honestly relate. Because my mother didn't raise me. She wasn't a mother to me. She was a mother to my brother. And me and him were like night and day. I'll maybe get into that in another video one day. But one positive thing that has came out of all this, that I noticed her son, his TikTok. I looked at it today. I think he's like at 56,000 subscribers. And you know what? I hope he gets that times 10 by the end of the year. Because he has shown a level of maturity, decorum, and respect that he obviously didn't learn from his mother. And if he could be that disciplined, I think he should be rewarded in some way, shape, or form. And I didn't know he said that, he struggled with some mental health issues. Who cares? And it's actually more embarrassing that Monique and her husband will bring that up and try to use that as a weapon against them, because it doesn't matter what you have wrong with you. What matters is what you try to do to help fix yourself. And Monique has never tried to fix herself. Like her son said, she just retreats to daddy, right? Or has some type of epiphany. But she never does the work to make things better or right for anything. And when I did a second listen to that phone call of Tyler Perry, I see what Monique did there. It didn't say what she said it did, or she would have took that man to court. What she did was, or what she will do, what a lot of people who are master manipulators will do, they'll play something, and she kind of got Shannon Sharp on the rope on that, and say, well, what did you hear? Did you hear him say this? They'll spin a narrative, they'll put little falsehoods in there, here and there, to make it sound like that is true enough, because it sounds very similar to what was actually said. They owe her nothing. If you want to talk about pay, that's great, but she hasn't worked in a long time. And won Academy Award or Oscar, I don't know what award she got, because I don't care. Doesn't entitle you. It's kind of like if you're working at a job, and let's say you did a project in the year of 2019, and that project got you, a great promotion, a nice raise, and all this recognition. Now it's in 2019, and we're in 2023 now. And on your resume or list of accomplishments, that's the only thing you have on there, because after you did that big accomplishment, you did nothing else afterwards. So whenever somebody asks you for another job you're going to, say, hey, I see you did this in 2019, you try to brag about it, like, well, what did you do since then? Because just because you did one amazing thing does not mean you're an amazing person for the rest of your life, or you deserve anything additional after that point. This is a thought process for me. Anyways, if you agree with me, you don't agree with me, that's fine. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.
I apologize if I've done something wrong, but I ain't no bitch that's gonna back up from a motherfucking problem. I'ma walk straight to that motherfucker and I'ma deal with that shit. So today I'm coming through the airport in Newark, New Jersey. It's the realest niggas I've ever met from Newark, New Jersey. I'm coming through that motherfucking airport and I done just seen this motherfucking TikTok of my goddamn son. Had I known that nigga was going to do a TikTok the day I brought him home, I'm gonna let y'all take that one. And when you see your child that you fucked for, I fucked for that nigga, not another bitch, it was me. And you see your motherfucking child go on a goddamn internet and tell people all the fuck that you're not.
Oh, fuck that
and you just supposed to take that shit in stride. And I'm taking that shit in stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this bitch. She old. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check a bitch if I had to. I prepared myself to listen. She said, listen, my grandbaby called me and told me to watch this goddamn TikTok of your son. And I watched that shit. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I want to tell you something. I said, ma'am. She said, fuck that nigga. I said, oh, bitch, fuck that nigga.
That part.
And when the elderly people tell you, fuck that nigga, you ain't fuck that nigga. She said, you've been taking care of that nigga all his motherfucking life. She said, Monique, I'm 80 years old, and I got a son 60 years old. And every time that nigga don't get what he want, he still tell me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. Fuck that nigga. Fuck them kids, bitch.
Word. They grown now.
And she said to me, she said, see, when I was a younger woman, Monique, I had to work too, goddammit. She said, and this is Black History Month, and I had to do a job that don't nobody talk about. When they was out there in that civil rights march fighting and shit, I had a job to do. She said, I was one of the hoes of the civil rights movement. I said, bitch, I'm not playing with you. She said, somebody had to keep them niggas drained.